Hey everybody, what do you think of the gold look? Of course Moon starts making noise right now. If you hear a bell, it's just her. So yeah, what do you think of the gold makeup? I wanted to do some gold to match this. And what's inside this. If you follow me on Instagram, sometimes on Instagram stories I'll like open post and stuff if like exciting things arrive. And a while ago this came. I feel very, very lucky to own this. Inside this impressive black and gold velvet box is the Kat Von D Beauty Saint and Sinner palette, and also the Saint and Sinner perfumes, which I've been really looking forward to trying. I don't get excited about makeup palettes the way a lot of people do. I go, ooh, that looks cool, that looks pretty, but then I quickly remember that I do basically the same makeup all the time. As it is, I'm not hugely creative with makeup anyway. I wish I were, and I'm very envious of people who were, but I must say when this came out, this is probably the only makeup palette that I was like, ooh, wow. And I think it's because it's so pretty. You'll see what I mean. It arrived in this box. Let's open it up. Ta-da! That is a makeup palette. So this is the Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette, and here is the Saint perfume and here is the Sinner perfume in the little sizes. So first let's get this out. I think this has to be the most beautiful looking makeup palette there ever has been. Look at it, it's incredible. To the best of my knowledge, Kat Von D does all the art herself, like by hand for all her products, and you know, she's an incredible artist, which is why her things are always so pretty. This is the prettiest. I think this is the prettiest. So I kind of wanted my makeup and jewelry today to kind of match this a little bit. Kinda. Like I said, not massively creative with makeup. Obviously with the name Saint and Sinner and the look of it, you can tell that it's got like a Christian mythology sort of theme. And if we open it up, oh, look at all those colors. What's it called? Is it like a triptych? Is that the word I want? Like a triptych? This kind of little home shrine things that people have. I don't know that much about Christianity, I guess, even though I was raised one. When I first saw this, it made me think of like stained glass cathedral windows with the sun shining through, and I think that's, you know, what it's based on. So it's all these incredible colors with all these sort of church related names. If you watch my channel regularly, you'll know that I hardly ever do like different makeup. I pretty much always do the same basic thing with like little variations, but this and things like this make me want to get creative, and as you maybe can see, because I've been using it a bit, I've been having a bit of a play trying to get creative. I tried to film a few different like looks because I had all these ideas of things that I could do with this. Just the colors and the names of them are quite inspirational. I'm not a makeup artist. I did have fun doing it, but I don't think that they were good enough to actually show you, so sorry about that. So I'll tell you what I think of this palette, because like when I posted this on Instagram, a lot of people were like, oh yes, you have to make a video about it, you have to. So you know that I'll always give honest reviews of things. I am in general a big fan of Kat Von D Beauty. I've never had a product from there that I've been disappointed by. Everything's been very good quality. It's sort of the low end of high when it comes to price. You probably won't find it at a drugstore, but you will find it at Sephora and sort of bigger places that sell makeup. I've been using the concealer for a long time. I've been using the lipsticks for a long time. I love the lipsticks, they're very nice. My favorite red lipstick is the Kat Von D Beauty one, Nosferatu. And I've recently discovered the foundation. Oh, it's so good. It's really nice. I'm in love. So right now, mixed with a white one, I have the foundation, a lipstick, and the eyeshadow, all from Kat Von D Beauty. So anyway, I'll get on to like my review of this palette, and then I'll give you like a review of the perfumes, which is going to be a little bit difficult because perfume is such a personal thing. I love that the colors in this are so varied. Like they really do make me feel inspired to create something kind of different with my face. Every single time I've been at home playing with makeup thinking, okay, I'm gonna try and do something different, I'm gonna try a different look, or if I've been getting ready to go out and go, okay, I'm gonna experiment, I'm gonna do something different, and I never like it. It always just sort of looks bad, and I'm just not that good at doing makeup. People are like, oh, I love your makeup, you're so good at it, but it's like I just do basically the same thing every day, and if you do the same thing every day for years, your chances are you're going to get good at it after a while. When it comes to a big colourful palette of eyeshadow, I'm kind of like a cat with a paint tin set. I'm fascinated by the colours, but I just don't know what to do with it. But I do definitely like to play with it, and it's nice to feel inspired. Anyway, but there's such a variety here that you can really get quite creative. There are matte colours, there are metallic colours, there are sparkly colours. I think the metallic ones are my favourites, and they are really quite metallic. This gold one I have on my eyes at the moment, I know it's gone a bit over my eyeliner, whatever, but it's really like heavily pigmented. There are pros and cons, I'll tell you both. Pros are definitely that the colours are heavily pigmented. You don't need to use that much. Put it on a bit of primer, it's just like bam, time. The sparkly ones, really sparkly, really catch the light. The metallic ones, actually metallic, amazing. And all of them blend really nicely, like you can easily blend them together and blend them out and stuff. That's what I like about Kat Von D eyeshadows, they're super easy to blend. What I don't like about them so much is that they're very, very powdery, and every time you pick them up on a brush, like, there'll be like a little cloud will come away with it, and when you put it on it'll sort of be a little cloud, and it just feels like you're using a lot every time. I mean, perhaps you're not, but that's just how it feels. I don't know, it feels like a lot is sort of disappearing into the air. I really like the names. I guess there's supposed to be like the Saint side and the Sinner side. I think my favorite colors in this would have to be Rapture and Stigmata. Rosary is nice. There's one called Crucifix, and she also has a lipstick called Crucifix. I wonder if they like match each other. When I first opened it up, I liked the color Exodus so much I put that on, but it looks like it's going to be green, like a kind of lime green, but it was actually very yellow when I put it on. So Devil is awesome. It's like such a bright orange. It's amazing. Like I said, kind of the low end of high when it comes to price. Do I think it's worth the money? I think this cost $62. I'll link it below on the website if you like. So for the $62 you get 24 good quality heavily pigmented eyeshadows, and like you might think that's kind of expensive, but I was thinking about it. This one's a little bit munted because it got lost in my eyeshadow drawer, but you might be familiar with the makeup brand Art Deco. It's pretty nice quality and it's quite expensive. I would say it's not as good as this though, and that's one of their eyeshadows there. That's one Art Deco eyeshadow. These cost like $4 or $5 each. These single ones from Art Deco are much smaller than the Kat Von D ones, and if these cost $4 or $5 each, if you went to buy 24 of these, it would cost like at least $100. Whereas this being $62, I think that's actually pretty good value, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like a nice thing to have on your makeup table. It's impressive. It's just got so many colors in it that it's got base colors and kind of highlight colors and glitters and sort of bold colors. Yeah, so there's like neutral colors. This is one of the coolest and most versatile makeup palettes I've ever seen, which is one of the other reasons I got a little bit excited about it. Like, Kat Von D Beauty has its own YouTube channel, and if you want to go see the swatches of this, I will link below to that video where you can go do the swatches, because I'm not here to do swatches, I'm here to tell you whether or not I think it's good. Again, my only complaint would be that it's a very powdery sort of formula, and it does kind of disappear in a little cloud when you put it on your brush, and it does kind of crumble onto the cheeks a bit, but that just could be my own ineptitude. That could just be me being not that good at putting makeup on. I think even when it's empty, I will keep it just as a display thing. Even the box it came in is so impressive, I don't want to get rid of it. As for the other things in the box, we'll talk about the perfumes for a little bit. These perfumes come in various sizes. Just get them out. When they were released recently, I was quite excited, especially by the Sinner one, because it came in a black bottle, and I was like, I would buy that just for the bottle. The bottle is so pretty. These are little small ones, but as you can see, even they have beautiful patterns on it with little skulls and stuff if you look very closely. Of course, that's Sinner and that's Saint. I had to just check again what the descriptions of these were going to be, so I'll read the descriptions and then what I thought of them. The larger bottles are so beautiful. If you look at the website, you'll see what I mean. These are $22 each. The larger ones are $65 or $85. I was very happy to get these little ones so that if I really liked one of them, then I would definitely buy one of these bottles just because the bottle is so beautiful, but I have decided not to, unfortunately. So these can be worn separately or you can mix them together. This one's Saint, obviously, in the white bottle. It's described as dreamy, romantic and alluring. Candied floral fragrance inspired by Kat's own duality. This gourmand perfume fuses jasmine and tiare flower top notes. I don't know what that word is, I'm sorry. With the delicious heart of mandarin, caramel and sparkling mirabelle plum. Vanilla, sandalwood and creamy musk build the romance of the fragrance. A warmth that reminds Kat of falling in love for the very first time. Okay, that's lovely, that's very sweet. I've worn this quite a few times since it arrived so that I could give like a good opinion. Thing is with perfumes is that, like I said, they're very personal, and my taste in perfumes is not a very common one. I like perfumes that other people might think are weird or gross. So a perfume that I might like, you might hate, or one that I don't like, you might love. And also they tend to smell different on different people because of skin pH and other such magic. I'm a little bit obsessed with perfumes, so I was extremely happy to get these. I've got over 60 perfumes, it's not weird. This definitely has that candied floralness to it that they described to me. And when you first put it on, to me it just smells like vanilla. But there's definitely more going on, but the first is like this wave of vanilla-iness. Once the top note is kind of cleared away, you're left with this sort of sweet, playful, kind of slightly fruity smell. Yeah, it is definitely very light and refreshing and happiness and innocence. This one I was particularly excited about when I read the description of it because it did sound like the sort of thing that I would like. A little sweet, a little spicy. Cinnamon, vanilla, white florals. Base notes vetiver, patchouli, and wood form the deeper, darker nuances. Confidence in a bottle. Edgy and apologetic. I like the sound of patchouli and wood mixed with florals. I thought that sounds quite good. This one I would describe as being warmer than the other, and it smells young to me, if that makes any sense. By that I mean it's not an old lady perfume, it's something that a young lady might wear, and it does have the sort of warmth and depth to it. But I must say, I don't actually see myself wearing either of these just simply because they aren't me, if that makes sense. Maybe one of them would perfectly suit you, but like I said, perfume is a very personal thing. Like I said, my taste in perfume is not very common. I do love sort of earthy, dark patchouli. I like things that smell like earth, okay? My favorite perfume has like graveyard dirt smell and like rotten flowers and stuff. I know that sounds weird, but I just love it. I like sort of musky, incensey, dark. I really do like patchouli. I wear that most of the time. You might smell the perfumes that I like and think that they're a bit weird, especially the ones that smell like graveyard dirt, and they do, they really do. But these to me have that kind of smell that all mainstream perfume has to me. Like every time I've gone into like the perfume section of a department store or something and smelled all the perfumes for sale there, all those celebrity perfumes and things in glass bottles looking all pretty, to me they always have a sort of sameness to them, the sort of ozone heady kind of alcohol smell that I can't quite explain. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? There's just this kind of mainstream perfume smell, and I really didn't expect these to have that, but to me they do, and maybe that's just me. It sounds so lame. These are too mainstream for me. I feel like the Kat Von D Beauty brand does stray quite far from the mainstream. That's what I love about it. It's very good quality stuff, but you can get some quite like interesting colors and cool products that you don't really see in other brands. And I really thought that I was gonna like these from the description. I especially thought that I was going to like Sinner, but I don't dislike it. Like, it's nice. Both of them are nice. Both have a pleasant smell, but they're just not right for me. So that's what I think of the Saint and Sinner palette and the Saint and Sinner perfumes. I would just like to say a massive thank you to Kat Von D Beauty for these. If you have this palette, why don't you tell me if you liked it or not? I haven't heard anybody complain about it so far. It's all good. Of course, I'll link below where to get it if you're interested in owning this. It is pretty impressive, I must say. I didn't show you the back. On the back it's got the names of all the different colours. Cathedral, Rosary, Baptism, Exorcism, Relic, Stigmata, Exodus, Revelation, Devil, Immaculate, Absolution. I think the names are awesome. I love the theme of it. I just think it's a really cool thing. Like I said, I'm going to keep it even after it's empty. It's going to just stay here on display. Just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. Sorry I haven't been hugely active on social media lately. I'm really focused on a couple of things, like in particular this one really big project that I have in mind that I've started working on. Like, I did already say that there was something I was working on that was going to take possibly years to come to fruition, so I thought I might as well start it now. And yeah, that's really been taking up a lot of my thinking. I'll tell you what it is eventually. I won't wait forever, but I will tell you what it is. Hope all is awesome where you are. Do let us know if this palette is on your wish list. As always, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, stay amazing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.